Okay, this is tab 4 and it's a high school setting. The teacher is talking about dialogue journals with the whiteboard behind the teacher referencing the topic. For the interpreter, they would need to be up front too. It's kind of set up like a stage, I believe. Possibly so all students can engage and be able to see clearly. Dialogue journals is something that I'm unfamiliar with, so that could be confusing to understand. Those are communicating with each other. First, this is something that they're learning, it seems like. So she's explaining what she means by dialogue journals. She has a paper that she's referring to show an example. And this would be helpful for the interpreter to be able to see exactly what the teacher is referring to and what she's talking about, the topic specifically. So that would be helpful. It seems to be just an assignment that they'll do in class. And that dialogue is just between two people. There's not any interaction so far, so that's not a struggle for the interpreter. Or not a struggle, but a challenge. I'm somewhat confused on our topic right here. It's their concepts and what they're writing down. She's talking about special situations where confidentiality. This is where you wouldn't write that down. Talking about if that would hurt someone else. That's the information given. As an interpreter, they would have to stand or stand near the teacher, or could be by the student sitting. Since it is a stage. This dialogue seems a bit harder since it is a different age gap. That could be a good factor or reason why. Now she is going into detail about confidentiality. I'm familiar with that sign, so that's new. But having it as a reference, and that's a word that she's discussing, that helps. The interpreter. That could be the sign of secret, or same as secret, not telling. Dialogue journals, that's what she's referring back to now with this short story. Some of the information is missed because of not recognizing. This will require a lot of short-term memory. Since dialogue journals is unfamiliar, it could affect the interpreting, trying to catch everything if there's not any preparation before. This assignment would require preparation. It's a new concept, something I'm very unfamiliar with. But understand what a dialogue is and what a journal is. It's just replying the two, and what would be if that's the information that they're writing down between students. I missed that concept, what she meant by that, if that was in class or outside of class. This is a book that the students would have in class. Now she has a new topic about watching a movie about baseball. Writing, going on. Yeah, the video's finished. This material seemed to be a little bit more difficult than the last. It's 2 different age groups, so that has to be considered. And this topic was unfamiliar, so prior knowledge would be essential. Some of the information I missed. I felt like the setting was boring. I know that there was a curtain up, and maybe that's for a stage, and so everybody could see. And maybe that I was looking at that and would miss something, so that could be somewhat of a distraction, I guess. That could be why. But that's all.